up, everybody? This is gonna be my first impressions video on the Omni X1. I did a quick test yesterday for it to clean my entire floor plan, and it actually did a great job. And I have some information that I did not even know this guy would do. So you can see the whole floor plan was cleaned. Once again, did a great job. There's a ton of battery life left. And from that first cleaning run, I was quite impressed. Now that cleaning run didn't do any mopping. This video I will show you mopping. But what was super interesting to me is, if you know how lidar robots work, they kind of square off a room and then clean inside that perimeter and then move on to the next. So during the cleaning run of this entire house, it went back and self-emptied 3 or maybe even 4 times during the cleaning run. The only other robot that ever does that is the Roombas by iRobot. Even this amazing Roborock over here will not go back and self-empty until the cleaning run is done. So that made me very happy. That's something I love to test, is how often it'll actually self-empty. So if you have a pet with a lot of hair and this gets full, it's gonna go and self-empty. Whereas the Roborock, it doesn't have any type of technology built in to have it go and self-empty. So once that bin is completely full with pet hair or debris or whatever it's cleaning up, it's not gonna do as good job cleaning because the bin is full. So I was really surprised to see this went back 3 or 4 times, and I'll be doing more testing on that because I didn't think this had anything in it. Maybe it's a software thing. I have to do more research. I think Roomba is still the only one that has the self-empty bin sensor in the dirt bin. So, and from the first mapping, I guess you would call, run for my house, it did a great job. So in this video, I'm gonna show you a clean on carpet. I threw down some Fruity Pebbles, and then also a small section on the hard floor to mop. So in just a moment, I'm gonna square off the 2 sections that I put down debris, which is gonna be right here on the carpet. And then over here, right in front of the robot on this hard floor, I put down ranch dressing, ketchup, and mayonnaise, just as a baseline to see how well it cleans it up with the spinning mopping pads on the back. So one thing I am hoping, that being as that these robots are very expensive, they should be really smart. So when I tell it to clean these 2 sections as a custom job, you would automatically think that this would know to clean the carpeted area first and then come back and clean the hard floor. Now on this particular map, I don't see anything that shows where you can add carpet or tile until you go to the 3D map and see the brown sections. That is exactly how my carpet is in this house. So I'm very glad that it recognizes these carpets. Now, will it know that when I go to send it out to clean? I really hope so, because if it starts off by wetting these mopping pads, even if it doesn't clean this room first, when it goes to carpet cleaning, it's gonna get the carpet wet, of course. So once again, hopefully it'll clean the carpet, come back, wet the pads, clean this, clean the pads, and be done with the job. So we'll see that in this test. I don't know, I haven't tested it yet. But so far, I really like this thing. I haven't done any mopping yet. So this is gonna be new to me and you guys. So I'm gonna show you what I'm gonna clean. So you click on custom and it throws up these boxes. So I'm gonna do kind of a small area right in front of the robot here, right where I put the debris. Probably something like that. And then you can even add another custom box, and we're gonna do that in this room. And I'll show you these rooms right when this guy starts cleaning. And we'll do something like that. So it should clean both these rooms with no problem. So I'm gonna go ahead and click start on custom. Once again, we'll see what it does. I really hope it jumps out, cleans the carpet, comes back and do what I want it to do. Let me know in the comments if you guys think it's gonna do that or if it will not. So here we go. Come on, Deebot, do what I want.
Start customized cleaning.
Yep, that's the pump for the water. So that's a bummer. We'll see how it does. I'll feel the carpet and see how actually wet it is. So I'm assuming it's gonna clean this room first because it's right by the robot, and then it'll go and clean the carpet. We'll find out. Let's see what it does. So you can see here I put down a smear of ketchup. Over there is ranch, and right there is mayonnaise. So these spinning mopping pads on the back typically do a really good job cleaning these hard floors. Let's see how well it does with these. It's a pretty good job. It looks like it would take 2 passes to clean up the ketchup, but that is kind of thick ketchup. Now let's see if it's going to allow itself to pass over carpet to get to the next. So I think on these, and the previous ones I've tested, you have to actually remove the spinning pads to allow it to get to the next area. Yeah, so it's not even going to go over there. It's probably going to tell me here in a minute that it needs to be removed or something. It won't even allow it to. This is one of the big advantages to the Roborock over there, is that pad on the back of the Roborock will rise up a little bit, and it has no problem whatsoever going on carpet. Now if your pads are wet on that one, it's still gonna get your carpet slightly wet, but at least it's able to go from room to room. I don't think this is gonna go. I really don't. I didn't even think about that whenever I started this video. I don't know. What do you guys think? Let me know in the comments. Would you guys... I understand why it's not going. It doesn't want to get the carpet wet. But to me, if it just took a straight line from there to the next room, to me it wouldn't be a huge deal. So they may have to do that in a software update. Yeah, there's no way it's going to go in there. So already this test is kind of a bust, because I actually didn't even think of that. You have to have these pads off if you have half carpet and half hard floors like my house. So that's a bummer. I don't like that. Now, with the Roborock, like I said, you can keep the pad on at all times, which is a huge plus. But for me, and what I'm going to do from now on with this guy, if I wanted to clean my whole house, I'm going to have it vacuum all the rooms first with carpet. And then when it's done, I will put the pads on and have it clean all the hard floors. So it's only one extra step you got to do, but you got to send it out 2 times to have it clean everything you want.
I am outside the station. Please recall me to the station first.
So I'm trying to send it home. And on the app here, there's actually no way to do that, which is kind of surprising. As you can see, I have it paused. So if I hit that, it's going to start cleaning again. And when I click dock, it's basically only the information that you want it to do. So, like for instance, I wanted to clean the mopping pads.
I am outside the station. Please recall me to the station first.
So now I have to manually bring it over to the station for it to start cleaning. Let's see if I tell it to empty what it does.
I am outside the station.
Okay, so that's when it's docked, as you can see, docked. So there's actually no spot on here for me to just cancel this job, which is actually kind of surprising. Hey, super quick update. As soon as what you just saw happen, I sent it out to clean this 2 times to clean up the ketchup, mayonnaise, and ranch. So it did a fine job, did it no problem, but when it got done with the job, it for some reason is having issues getting back on the dock. As you can see, it's way over there for some reason, and I don't know or understand why, because that's outside the perimeter of what I even had it clean, which was, you know, this area that you saw earlier. So just wanted to show you that real quick. That's definitely a bummer too. I have no idea why it's not getting up there and cleaning. So clean and complete. I'm gonna pause it.
Pause returning.
See, it said paused returning, so it was already returning. So I can't even click on that now. So once again, I'm gonna have to go manually pick this up and put it in the station again, which is kind of unacceptable. Well, it is unacceptable for a $1,400 robot. And I'm just doing what I think is a pretty simple test for you guys to see. And I've done this test with pretty much every mopping robot that I've had, and none of them had issues with returning to the station. So I'm gonna go ahead and return it, and then I will show you guys it, hopefully doing a good job vacuuming the carpet in there. So not looking so good for this first test that I'm putting it through. If this is something it's gonna do every time it goes out, that'd be a complete deal breaker for me. All right, guys, another quick update. So remember, now it's cleaned this floor 3 times. And I actually thought it did really good. And then I was going over there to flip this over and remove the mopping pad so I can go finish vacuuming, and I almost slipped. It's still really slippery here where this ketchup was. And so I grabbed a white paper towel and I want to wipe it up and see if any red show, because I did not expect it to be slippery there. Forgot exactly where I put it. I think it was right here, but like right there you can feel, I don't know the word, resistance of where the ketchup was. It's like sticky. Yeah. So it actually didn't do that great of a job mopping, especially for 3 runs. Yeah, look at all that. It's still on the floor. That's not very good, guys. I don't think I had that issue when the Roborock went twice. So that's another bummer. So that's like 3 bummers already, and I haven't even done the carpeting vacuuming yet. It's still slippery here, guys, even after wiping it off with a paper towel. So that is not a good sign. And I know you're not gonna have, some of you will be like, well, you'll never have ketchup spill like that. Yes, that's true. Just for the purpose of this test, it should have done a better job than that on 3 passes. So now let me show you what you have to do. All right, so now that I want to vacuum, I have to take this out, flip it over, take off the mopping pads wet, because I don't want to wait for them to dry. They do have, as you can barely hear, it is blowing hot air on the pad. So if you just left it, those pads would be dry. So flip this guy over.
Off the floor. Please put me back.
No. Just pull
Off
these.
the floor. Please put me back.
Just pull these right off.
Off the floor. Please put me back. Switch to vacuum mode.
Yes, that's what I want.
Anti-drop sensors are dirty. Please clean the anti-drop sensors.
Really? I barely use this and it's already saying the drop sensors are dirty. I'm just gonna ignore it and see how it does with the rest of the test.
Start charging.
All right, so now it's charging. All right, so now I can finally have it go vacuum now that the mopping pads are off. So I put the box again, I'm gonna have to go clean.
Start customized cleaning.
So it should just go and clean just that area. And honestly, this is where it should do a really good job. But most vacuums like this do a good job on carpet, so it's really nothing to brag about. However, it should be one of the better ones. gonna set the camera up, let this clean for you guys. I'll probably speed it up, and then we will see how well it did after the fact. All right, let's take a look. From what I can see, first glance, carpet looks fantastic. I do not see a single Fruity Pebble on this floor, and I actually put down a decent amount. Yeah, like I expected though, great job on carpet. Not many vacuums really are bad on carpet, but as you see, this did a very, very, very good job. All right, that's the first impressions video. Before I give you mine, you tell me yours down in the comments. Would you be happy with this robot vacuum off your first testing? I obviously am gonna say no. I don't like the fact, okay, so in my house as an example, about 50-50 carpet hard floor, I don't like that you have to take the pads off. I wish there was something they could do in the software to where it would know, like, just to make one quick line through the carpet to get to the next hard floor section. Or have it clean carpets first, which I showed you earlier in that 3D map. It showed carpet, and it was exactly where my carpet is, so it should have known that to go clean that area first and then come back and mop, and then you wouldn't have that issue at all for the most part. So that is a big negative to me. The mopping performance on that test, after going 3 times, was not very good at all. For me to be able to wipe up that much more ketchup off the floor, I thought that it did a really good job. I didn't have that issue with the Roborock on the right there. It did a great job with the 3 debris, and it only cleaned twice. And I didn't feel any stickiness, and it wasn't slippery after the job is done. So once again, not a very good mopping job for that particular test. It's probably gonna be fine for light mopping. Of course, I said this in the Roborock video too. If you do have someone spill ketchup or something, grab a towel and wipe it up real quick. Don't send out a robot to do it. They're not really designed for that. None of them are. But it was just for the testing purposes to see if it could handle it, and then compare it to its major competition, the Roborock. This Deebot, it looks like it's gonna be a good robot. If you have all hard floors, it's probably gonna be pretty dang good. But for me, on my first impressions, I had to babysit it too much. I had to put it myself on a dock twice, which is annoying. It couldn't find the dock that last time, and then you have to take off the mopping pads to have it vacuum, which is really annoying. And overall, it's okay. It works for what you need it to, I think. But the Roborock is cheaper. It does a better job cleaning. It's just as good, if not better, on carpet. The mopping performance is definitely on par, and you don't have to take off the mopping pad to clean your whole house, which I really like. All right, guys, let me know in the comments if you thought this video went a lot longer than I expected. I wanted this video to be like under 10 minutes, but you run into these real life flaws with these robots, and I want to show you guys that on video. If you guys enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe. It helps me out a lot, and I will put the links down below if you're interested in either one of these. But my recommendation as of right now is without a doubt the Roborock S7 Max V Ultra. If you don't know, the Ultra part, which is the bin, that is not available yet, but I believe they told me it's going to be available on May 3rd or May 8th. I will do an update video when I know for sure from them. Have an awesome day, and I'll see you guys soon.